Well, hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, church family. Hope that you're having a nice beginning to your Sunday, and excited to be joining with a few of you guys today before our 9 o'clock service. And I'm just sitting here in my office at my house, and I'm excited to be having a conversation with two of my good buddies who I've had the pleasure of making quite a bit of music with. And so today, let's see if we've got anybody who's coming on yet here to say good morning. Feel free to shout out a hello or a good morning in the comments today. And yeah, we'll be excited to welcome you all. But I've got a couple of special guests who will be joining me today. One of whom you will be very familiar with probably if you've been coming to Willow Creek Huntley for a little while. And then another person who some of you may know or may not know, but he's somebody that you should know. Hey, good morning, Kelly. Nice to see you. I saw Kelly yesterday in a parking lot, and now I'm seeing her online. Hey, what's up? Good to see you. But here's our guest today. I've got the one and only Elijah Moore.
Hey.
What's up, Eli? Eli's here with us. You guys know Eli. Eli has been working with us, volunteering with us, interning with us, like just so many different things over the years. What are we at now, Eli? 3 years?
Three. Dude, it's actually 3. Yeah.
3 years.
Like, 3 years. I think I started August of 2017. So,
okay. Nice.
Wow. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does fly. The old adage holds true. Hey, we got a few good mornings here. Hey, Judy. Good to see you.
Good morning.
And Sherry, she says, I'm here. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you.
I love her profile picture of her dog.
That was a great picture, wasn't it?
So, trying to convince my parents to get a dog right now.
I love it. And look at this name, Massimiliano. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but good morning.
Good morning.
Look, we got Greg online.
Hey.
From the sunny climes of Florida. And Michael, what's up, Michael? Good to see you. Marsha, hello. Phil, what's up? Thanks for being here. So anyways, you guys know Eli. Eli is, he's become one of my favorite people over these past 3 years. Just a great friend, super creative, super talented, and it's been really fun. And as some of you guys know, over the last couple of years, we've been working on this original songwriting project together, which has been really, really fun and like a great challenge for us and for our team. We wanted to write all of these original songs, enough original songs to be able to release a full-length album for our church family. And so we've been doing that together. We've been doing that with our team. And then it doesn't happen in isolation, though, because you also do this songwriting. And then you go, well, at least we had the opportunity to go and work with a friend who is also a music producer. And that's who I'm going to welcome on to the show right now, our friend, Zach Kranz. Hey, Zach.
Hey, what up? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So let's show Zach some of our church family love. Wish Zach a good morning for sure. Let's see. We've got some more good morning stuff. What's up, Paul? Good morning. Good morning. We've got Marsha with us this morning. I think we might already said hi to Marsha, but hello. And then Wellington, hello. Good morning again. Been seeing Wellington around a bit here and there online. So Zach, dude, what's up?
Man, I'm honestly just waking up, but I'm a coffee here and ready to talk music.
Ready to talk a little music. Before we talk music, I feel like you got to talk a little bit of coffee because one of the things that Eli and I discovered as we were, throughout. It was last fall where we were really working in the studio with Zach on just trying to finalize and get our songs ready to go. And one of the things that Zach is really passionate about is coffee. And so, Zach, tell us a little bit about your coffee this morning.
Yeah, well, I feel like you have like your coffee consumers, your people who just need their caffeine boost throughout the day. Then you have like your Starbucks community, the people that just love to get like the special drinks. And then I would consider myself more of like a coffee nerd.
Yeah.
I roast my own coffee. So like when you get coffee, actually when it coffee is actually a fruit, and I won't go too far into this, but
Yes, do it.
when you harvested it, it's like actually a green little seed, and before you can actually drink it, you have to roast that seed. And so I've been experimenting for the past I don't know, a year or so, just like roasting my own coffee and drinking it, and it hardly ever turns out very good, but it's more just the fun of the process. So
I think Eli would beg to differ, wouldn't you, Eli?
Oh my gosh, Zach, you got me hooked on like fancy coffee when we like were doing the whole album, man. Like I am obsessed with like pour over now. Like
totally,
it's the best. It's the best.
it's just as much the routine of it as it is like the experiencing the drink, you know. But
yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And I'm the old man who drinks decaffeinated coffee. Looking for the old ticker here, guys.
Yes.
Well, so to steer a little bit away from the coffee conversation, which we can certainly go back to, it was a delightful conversation. But hold on, we got a few more folks jumping in here saying good morning. Hey Vito. Oh, I guess this is really just a shout out to Massimo. Whatever, Vito. Not good morning to us. Todd. Oh, look at coffee is a fruit. Quote of the day.
Truth.
I love it.
Judy says she can't start the day without it. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is here. What's up, Chris? So, anyways, we would go in and work with Zach in the studio, and Zach is, I mean, the work that he does is, I mean, and not to try to overinflate or like be hyperbolic about it. Like, I cannot believe how incredibly helpful it is to bring in like a music idea. So a lot of times when you write a song, or at least the way that we'll do it, we'll write the lyrics, we'll write the melody of the song, and maybe even like, you know, the structure of a song. It goes and starts, maybe you've got an idea of like, you start with some sort of intro for the song, and then it goes into a verse, and then you've got a pre-chorus and a chorus, and then you go back to some sort of, you know, like intro hook, and then do another verse and a chorus and a bridge and a chorus. Like that's sort of like a standard template for a lot of worship songs. But like we might walk in with ideas like that, the melody, the lyrics, and that sort of arrangement of the song. But when you come in and work with somebody like Zach, it is so incredible, because what Zach does is he's able to help you flesh out all of this instrumentation, all these like really cool nuances and instrumentation ideas of like what sounds could be here, and what instruments are sort of leading in percussive ways here, or interesting little melodic things. Like there's so many cool layers, and it takes a song that might feel like a strong or decent song, or maybe even just a mediocre song, and you're able to take it, I feel like, and make it so much stronger. And it's so cool. It's so cool to be a part of that process. But yeah, Eli, what were your feelings of going into the studio and doing some of that?
Well, I've never done anything. I've never recorded anything in my entire life. Like being a part, like going in day one, it just like blew me away what you and the crew could do. I mean, it was insane. Like I remember I have so many videos on my phone because of like the feeling of like just being like hearing our songs come to life was just so unreal. So I was taking like video upon video of just like different little things. And dude, the way you essentially birth a song is like
that's gross, man.
Sorry. No, I honestly, like just that whole process of you dude, I can't think of any other way to say it except birth it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You gotta go with it.
Yes. But no, for real, man. Like the whole process, I still talk about it. Like I think we started this about like a year ago, and from day one, I was hooked. Like I still miss it. Like a year later, I still miss being a part of it, and so happy that we're releasing it. But that process of just creating and making something new and fresh Kingdom it's incredible. It's such an amazing feeling, and getting to do it with ZK, the best around. It's the best.
Oh man. Well, thanks guys. Yeah, I think the birthing metaphor, I guess as a guy, I don't really totally empathize with, but I would maybe consider it more like sculpting, you know, like where you start with this big piece of raw slab, it's clay or rock or whatever, but you're slowly like you have an idea of what you want it to be, and you kind of just chisel away, either adding things or taking things away. I guess sculpting is more taking things away, but yeah, just shaping a song, shaping an idea that you, the songwriters, have already brought, and kind of shaping it into a way that like people can like look at it or I guess rather listen to it, and not necessarily have their attention drawn to the production decisions, listen to how that guitar sounds or listen to how that drum sounds, but more I see my role as, how do I elevate a song? How do I make the song, the lyric, the message as accessible as possible, and elevate that and make that the most apparent thing? And yeah, it's like you said, Eli, it's such a fun process. It's like it's so collaborative, and it's so it's almost addicting, where you start with something that is just raw clay, and by the end of even a day, you can have something that really starts to look like what you might have envisioned your message to be in writing the song. And so it's such an exciting thing to see something kind of come to life through that process.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. And I know that sometimes I don't know, even some of our folks who are jumping in right now and kind of watching and listening, you might feel like, wow, Zach looks like a really young man to have, such skill or experience. And I mean, the truth is, he is a young man, but he is, man, I cannot believe how talented you are at it. And it's so fun. And we've worked on multiple projects together over these past few years, between singles or with you helping with some of the programming for some of our other songs that we've done, like just helping with some of the sounds. And you've never let us down. You've always done such a good job. So really, really thankful. And our time is starting to come near a close, but I just, one of the reasons that we're talking about all this music making stuff, other than it just being infinitely interesting, is that we, as a WCH Worship team, we released our latest single on Friday. And some of you I know have heard it. Some of you, if you've been coming to church over the past year or so, you've heard the evolution of the song as we've been playing it together. But it's Come Thou Fount, Loudest Praise. And if you were joining us like early on, Eli, what was the date? You had the date when we actually recorded this on something. Do you remember what date we recorded?
It was October 6th. Yeah.
Okay.
October 6th. Yeah, that's when we recorded the 3 different songs from the album, the last tape.
So we did some live recordings together. Zach was there, and we were doing live recordings of a few of our songs that are on the original album that's coming out. But this just turned out to be one of my absolute favorites. Like the way that this song came to life, and this is one of those songs where it was so fun, at least for me, to see like the evolution of the song from like where it started, where I was sitting in this very room, just writing and like thinking and worshiping, and I just found myself singing through "Come Thou Fount" of greatest or of every blessing, and I'm sitting there just kind of singing that, playing on my guitar, sitting at my desk, and then as I was singing it, I just this like refrain started coming out of seemingly out of nowhere, but just sort of out of that moment of how you call for songs of loudest praise, and I just found myself kind of vamping on that, and it felt interesting, and it felt like it resonated with something within me. And then I put it together and then brought it to our team, and we started to do some stuff with it, and it was kind of one version. And then when we brought it into the studio to see it evolve, and Zach and Eli both brought such good ideas to like the dynamics of it and to the journey of the song. And there was one thing that I never would have thought of it, never would have anticipated it. But Zach's like, what if we did this kind of like melodic, like whoa, 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 like what if we did something like that in here? And I'm like, I don't know, like that's really different from what we've been doing with it. And then we started experimenting with that, put that in there. And the song, like to me, it's like that's my favorite part, of the song, is like how that helps to to really like bring it to this really, I think it's just this epic climactic moment in that song. So anyways, I'm gushing about it, but it was really, really fun to see the evolution of the song.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So cool. Yeah, I remember that moment too, and it's kind of in that, we were talking about earlier, the process of recording where it is very like fluid, and everything's just kind of you're kind of just trying to wrap your head around what the song is. And I remember we were kind of working our way through the song, trying to figure out the structure, and yeah, it just felt like I love that the chorus that you wrote to the song that you guys wrote, because like, I mean, from a musical perspective, it's very the meter is 3/4, so it has kind of this like waltz kind of feel in the original like hymn version, but then the chorus kind of opens up into this I guess musically speaking 4/4 just anthemic kind of chorus. And there was something about where we wanted this song to kind of lift off, and I loved just the idea of like, what if that was just the moment to like really actually, the chorus says call for songs, what if you just like sing, and so it's just kind of a cool moment, like kind of us all working together in the studio, where it just felt like this feels like the natural direction that this song wants to go.
That's awesome.
So cool. I love that so much. Well, unfortunately we are out of time, but man, what a pleasure to be able to spend some time with you guys this morning. Church family, thanks so much for the love. You guys, I see all kinds of comments over here. Thank you. Jesse, you're amazing. And looks like, hey, Tim, he got it from Prime. Thanks, man. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Judy, Kelly. Oh, I know we've talked about this lyric especially. I know that you feel that way about some of those lyrics. So, look at Phil's even asking any tips of how to make a worship song that is designed to raise your spirit compared to a regular song that is just designed for entertainment. Oh my gosh. We have no time to address such an incredible question. But I would say, just really, really quick, it would be like the tip is it just needs to come from a place of authentic, like your own personal worship would be my recommendation. Like to write a song, like you just find some way to communicate something very authentic from your heart to the heart of God. And it doesn't have to sound good. It doesn't have to be pretty, but it's just like an authentic prayer or an authentic, relatable sort of moment that you're having with God. And then you start to build around that. And there's a ton more we could say, but we need to send people to the service. Hey, if you haven't checked out Come Thou Fount, Loudest Praise, you can listen to it or stream it anywhere that you're listening to your music, and encourage you to do so if you're looking for a way to just have a fresh expression of connecting with some praise. Zach, thank you so much for being here this morning. Eli, thank you so much for being here this morning. Love you guys. And we'll see you over in the service.
Thanks, guys.
Adios.